Week 7. Hello guys, what is up? It is me, Rahul, here. You guys didn't expect a Madden Retro Madden 25 Randall Cunningham career mode. Yes, we are back with the Retro career mode. And this is going to actually feature all of Season 2, by the way. So it's not going to be... so it's kind of like a Season Express League, something like that, but you know what? It's actually time to show you guys some highlights. So first thing here, we're actually going up against the 87 overall team, which is the San Francisco 49ers. Now bear in mind this is like Madden 25, so you have the Ignite engine, you have game mechanics and stuff like that I mentioned in previous episodes. Like, look, I want to get at least a Hall of Fame career mode. Now I stated in a Madden 22 video that that I wanted to finish off the season like with season 2. I will finish this series and maybe do a Patriots franchise. Who knows? It just depends on what happens with this series, in my book. Now, if there is an issue, I'll let you know. So this is week 7. I understand I played some games beforehand. And if you actually look, this is the Vince Lombardi playbook. So what I could have done is I could have gathered a bunch of highlights and stuff like that and make individual episodes, but I don't want to do that just for my sake. I want to make multiple episodes, multiple season episodes, like with my Chicago Bears. So as you can see right here, I actually did sliders honestly because I just wanted a realistic game. I put 91 catching for wide receivers for us because yeah, it's not good. Also, like I said, this is Madden 25, not Madden 22, so you couldn't like do a rack catch or a possession catch. Also, I'm controlling Randall Cunningham, not any other player. And as you see, we're kicking a field goal. So I'm telling you guys, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the series, for this series, because I'm gonna bump out some Madden 25 content, which sounds really weird. Madden 25, like, Raul, why are you dropping Madden 25? I know that dropping Madden 25 is not a good idea, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I made this series, right? I get to decide what's right for everyone in this. And yeah, you know, I decided this series, like, when I started with season 1, I left off at the NFC Championship game. That's where I left it off. Now I am revitalized and I feel like I can make a championship run with this team. We're technically 7-0. We're doing everything, and I got stopped at the 1-yard line. Not 1-yard line, near the first down line. And these playbooks that you're seeing, I will leave the playbooks, what I'm running, down below to the description. Now this is the Vince Lombardi playbook. This playbook is very strange. It's not like the West Coast playbook. The difference between the West Coast and the Vince Lombardi is that the Vince Lombardi playbook had its players like, I believe, like in alignment positions for its wide receivers. But for every other position, it's different. But every other position is the same. Like for most positions, like goal line and stuff like that. And LaShawn McCoy, I think, got um got a touchdown, so that's pretty sick. If you remember LaShawn McCoy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, this season, I'm gonna mention this right now. Not every game is gonna be seen here. So I'll play the games that I want to show you. And if you see me in the playoffs in the Super Bowl, you're gonna see that. If I make it to a certain point, you're gonna see that. I won't show the off season. So this is like an express league, but in a championship, not a championship format, a career mode format. And like I said, you didn't expect me to show all of this because you didn't expect me to go back to the series. Like, what the heck, Raul? Yeah. And also, we beat the 49ers. We beat them. Now, keep in mind, this is after their Super Bowl run back in 2012 or 2013, like Super Bowl 47. So you have to understand, like, how crazy that is. Like, way back then, the 49ers were very good, but they fell off. And the Seahawks made Super Bowl 48 and won the championship game. Won, well, the Super Bowl. And they went to Super Bowl 49. They lost to New England Patriots, where the Patriots cheated, but yeah. And ever since the Seahawks, they never recovered, really. So, like, it is very interesting that this squad that we have, like, right now, it's insane. And I fumbled. But you know what? That's game. We'll see you guys in the next game. Yeah. Hello. Here is the next game. Today we're going to be taking on the Washington Redskins. Yes. Yes. We're going to be taking on this team. And it will be whichever week this is. This is going to be week 9. This is week 9 of the regular season. Yes, I said the Redskins. They are now the Commanders. After all the allegations and the controversy of the name, yes, I understand that. I will call them by their old name. And if I get in trouble for that, I will get in trouble for that. But, you know, it is what it is. So, this time around, I'm going to try and do it uncut as much as I possibly can. Now, it's not like Adobe Premiere where you can expect me to do, like, raw, uncut, anything like editing everything and didn't go super crazy. Like, we have some very interesting, like, tight ends and receivers, especially Randall Cunningham. I throw a lot of interceptions with Randall Cunningham. I'm letting you know that right now because this series I've always wanted to like revisit after like a long period of time. And I was actually in the works again and we get to like relive the series. So thank you guys so much for this. And I'll let you guys know right now that this series is like good. It's on all pro with sliders. The quarters are short and we're playing against our divisional rivals, the then Washington Redskins. We're playing with the Philadelphia Eagles. And in this edition, Patrick Chung is actually on the Philadelphia Eagles. This is the only edition that Patrick Chung is on the Philadelphia Eagles. Or at least 2 Maddens, I don't know. I remember Patrick Chung being on the Philadelphia Eagles and then going back to the New England Patriots. So, you could imagine like me being kind of interested in this. And also, we don't have accelerated clock. However, I am thinking about doing a 3rd season. And I actually have turned on accelerated clock. So, like I said, this is pre-recording, so I will hopefully do a new series on this, like a revitalized series on this. Now, for the Madden 22 career mode, I will actually be doing that. However, it takes some time. And, it's not my kind of thing to do some things. Here we have LaShawn McCoy in a power option. But, I'd taken it for a rushing touchdown. And they didn't score. And we're actually at Lincoln Financial Field. So, we're now running the ball. We got to the 43-yard line. Okay, so if you did not know about last season, we made it to an NFC Championship game. We got also close to winning the game by throw an interception to Richard Sherman. Obviously, that was a mess up. I did look in the record books, however, and Randall Cunningham, I found out since we had a very good team with only Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, Avant, I think, and Patrick Chung, Jason Peters, Fletcher Cox. This team, Randall Cunningham managed to have a 2,000 yard rushing season as a quarterback, not a running back, as a quarterback. Now, if you want me to do a Night Train Lane career mode, like a um um like a defensive one, let me know and I can do that. I can join one of my train lane's teams, like it's old, they're old, it's old school teams, or join a completely new one. Like I could put myself at tight end and make him as night train lane, or I can be a corner. Now the issue with corner being I've never played corner before, and I would have a real problem with that. As you see, I'm just rolling out and scoring touchdowns and stuff like that. And we have a lot more touchdowns than Robert Griffin III. In this edition, he's still with the Washington Redskins. Before, he is a analyst in real life. Now, here is the thing. If Robert Griffin III was used correctly on like certain cases, we would be talking about a quarterback who is revolutionary, like Michael Vick. And we might have never heard of Lamar Jackson before. Well, we might have, but Lamar Jackson is a very good quarterback. He's more of a dual threat quarterback. Now, with Robert Griffin, it's different. He played while he was injured, and that was not good. That was not on him, that was on the team. In this case, we're just playing against a team that if Randall Cunningham went to, this team would be a Super Bowl team. The Washington Redskins didn't have Terry McLaurin. They did not have Curtis Samuel. They did not have the wide receivers the Washington Commanders now have. The Eagles, they have good wide receivers. And look at that catch. Like a deflection off of a deflection. And Deshaun Jackson returned a kick return touchdown for 101 yards. So, for the next season, I might do another season, a third season, and instead I will, post more videos. I might have some fun with this series. I might, try and revitalize a series that I've neglected for so long. Other series I might bring back is YouTube Academy, Creators Academy, whatever that's called. I actually might bring that back. You know what? I will bring that back. And for anybody who's wondering, oh my god, that was a stupid interception. For anybody who's wondering, will this guy do YouTube in college? I will be going to college. Don't know which university yet. I would try and find a way to do university. But if not, thank you so much. Will you see that? Maybe. But if not, no. Like, I've always wondered about Madden 25. They should rebrand it as Madden 14 / Madden 25. And then when Madden 25 actually comes out, they should make it Madden 25. Because it's Madden 14 in a way. It's not called Madden 25. And for its time, I personally played Madden 25 a lot. I played Madden 25, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Didn't touch 50 or 21. Excuse me. This game holds a place in my heart. I did not touch the franchise or the player career mode. And this series holds a place in my heart. And I've always liked this series so much that a lot of y'all wouldn't realize that I play a lot of play now mode. And I fumble with Randall Cunningham, and oh my word, thankfully, Sean McCoy managed to stop him. You know, this Eagles team, like, this holds a place in my heart, unlike most Madden games, because this was the first Madden I ever played on the next gen. And I still have the old Xbox, by the way. I still have nostalgia for this game. Unlike other Maddens. Madden 16 would hold a place in my heart because it was another game I liked. Madden changed its ways. I get it. But back then, Madden 25 was a good game. It was an okay game. I will leave Soft Drink's review on Madden 25 down in the description below. I'll also leave a link to his channel. And I just threw a dart to Deshaun Jackson because that corner was glitching. And we have possession right near the goal line. So, like, I give it to LaShawn McCoy, and he just runs into the end zone for a touchdown. You know, I always say this for every game. Like, certain games, and I throw another pick, but trying to get better at it. Most games, like Madden, NHL, NBA 2K, I usually like them. Madden, I do want to see some improvement with game mechanics, and Madden 25 was run on the Ignite engine, not Frostbite. And for that is really interesting in my book. And if you want to know why, Madden 13 or 12, 13, must have ran on the Ignite engine. It didn't run under Euphoria, like Backbreaker, which I never played, and I probably should play. The thing is about this game is that it just holds a lot of heart in me. As you see, we're just running the clock out. And Andy Reid is on the Washington Redskins, which is really weird. He should be on the Kansas City Chiefs. And by the way, the Kansas City Chiefs were not good back in 2013. Because I watched football games back in 2013, and they were not good. So if that tells you anything, I don't know what it does. I give it a little Sean McCoy. We're 100% in the end zone. Like, we have done our job in the end zone. Outside zone. I'm just trying to find a way to run out the clock. Don't worry, accelerated clock will be in for the next season. If I ever do one, that is. I'll probably leave a comment down below or something. I don't know how I managed to do that, but 4th down and 3, I am going for it. Yeah. Here we go. LaShawn McCoy does not get it somehow. And then I call a timeout because I actually say let's do a speed option time. And let's do it. And then I just took off and that happened. I went to the 15-yard line. So, and I was over 200 yards of rushing. So I did it again. And I got myself 63 points to 20. Yep. That is your game. Week 9, done, completed. I will see y'all in the next one. Hello, we're in week 11 now, here against the Dallas Cowboys. Our rivals, let me put it at our rivals. And yeah. So, thank you for stopping by and watching this video. This really means a lot to me. You guys have been supporting this series all the way through. And right here, Brett Selleck couldn't even get it in. And for some reason, I can actually decide to kick field goals and stuff like that. So, during career mode stuff, this is what I actually found out. Looking back and watching past videos, I found out that you could actually, excuse me, find out that you can do that stuff. That you can find ways of making it to the Super Bowl, or making it like you can allow like go for it, kick a field goal, stuff like that. Like back in Madden, like certain Maddens, you couldn't even like as you see, we cut forward to kick another field goal. So here's the strange thing. Back in like Madden, I don't even know if you could have done this in Madden 16, but you couldn't like audible to do a fake field goal like in the special teams. You had to do it right on the spot and then do what you had to do. In Madden 17 onwards, you could like audible to fake a punt, you can audible to do a fake field goal, and then if you were in a fake field goal, you could have audible back into a normal field goal. And by the way, I am still like thinking about doing some challenges, and Burnett just picked me off. And yeah, I will show you my career stats at some point, but at some point it's gonna be nuts. Like it's ridiculous how far we have come with this series. Like, Randall Cunningham is a good quarterback, and then this guy, this halfback, got us to the 3-yard line. And he's a halfback. Brown, Polk, LaShawn McCoy, they actually do better than my wide receivers at times. And I have the slider for a wide receiver catching at 91 because I'm so frustrated that like wide receivers can't catch in this game. And so Polk got the touchdown. Now this is where it gets weird. I actually wanted to pass. Just for the heck of it. Then I almost get picked off. So like certain players are actually in their respective positions. Others are not. So Super Bowl 48 was actually won by the Seahawks, I think. And as you see, the Dallas Cowboys scored a field goal, but we scored a touchdown. So we have the ball back. As you see, we don't have accelerated clock, but as you know, I turned that on for next season. So that way it's more realistic. But the fact that this career mode is very different from most of like other Maddens, it's insane. Like back like in Madden 16, you could actually re-sign to contracts. Like sign to different teams. And because like you couldn't do that at Madden 15 and 25, you would have to be released, but it doesn't work like that. And then there was a face mask penalty, which didn't even make sense to me. That was the old Cowboys head coach. And yep, that was the old head coach for the Jason Garrett, I think. But you never know. I don't know, actually. So 3 trips in the Verizon Red Zone. We've been successful. Sorry for my commentary. It's very boring. But, I pretty much would want to say, and we're actually on 6-minute quarters, so 20-9 is a pretty reasonable score in my opinion. And I decided to block one person. Then I rolled out, got a rushing touchdown. So then the Cowboys scored 27-16, so all I had to do was run out the clock. And I almost got picked off. Avant was there. Deshaun Jackson is there. Dorenbos is there. All these wide receivers. And then I give it to Avant. He got a 52-yard reception. He's a good player. Like, a lot of these players are good, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it is what it is. Like, yeah, and then we give the Polk, he secures it. and then he's injured. But that means LaShawn McCoy is in. So I like kind of got a block. DeMarcus Ware, I remember him. Like, man, if you remember like this Cowboys defense back in 2013, it was almost like horrendous or something like that, like along the lines of that. And I get my second rushing touchdown with Randall Cunningham. By the way, Fletcher like picked it off, and he returned it for a touchdown. And by the way, this is played on Thanksgiving as a divisional game, which is weird in a way, because I've never seen a divisional game on a Thanksgiving game. So, if that tells you anything, this game is weird. I've never even played an international game, but hey, if you want to talk to Brett Selleck on how to get easy touchdowns, talk to him, because he just got you an easy touchdown where the corner or safety was clearly covering him, and he didn't even attempt to jump the pass. Like, man. So now it's 48-30. Clearly we won. I'm just gonna run power option with LaShawn McCoy. Yeah, that's the end of the game. We won, and we'll see you in the next one. Hello, we are in week 16, and so far in this series, you have seen 4 regular season games. Now, like I said before, this series will potentially feature more and more like an express type league series, but instead like in a career mode. As you see, the Giants scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown with Zach Ertz. So, and Prince Amukamara and Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie are in this game. Man, the Giants were pitted very different back in 2013. After Super Bowl 46, they were completely different. Like with DRC, Prince Amukamara, Justin Tuck, like those guys. You remember those Giants defensive players? Also offensive, like Eli Manning, Plexico Burris. You know, you have to remember like a lot of guys to like keep track of this league, to think like this league has changed so much, like including present day, like Russell Wilson to the Broncos, Matt Ryan to the Colts, of course Wentz to the Washington Commanders, Tom Brady unretiring after 40 days. Excuse me. Antro Roll, like on the Giants, like, and skipping the present day. Juju Smith-Schuster on the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins, Deshaun Watson to the Cleveland Browns, Amari Cooper to the Cleveland Browns. But you have to understand something. This Eagles team back in 2013 with Nick Foles, they made the playoffs. And they lost to the Saints. And it was a very close game. And I remember, and it was a wild card game, so you have to bear this in mind. They lost on a field goal and it was won by the Saints. The Saints are technically, so far, they've been the best team, but last year, they were not the best team. 3 teams from the NFC West, or I don't know, but like, and well, Randall Cunningham will take it in for a touchdown. And this is like one very few games, and I don't know if this is true. One of few games that actually shows the how do I put this? Like divisional games at the end of the season, because that was a rule implemented by the NFL. And yeah, and then we cut to here. So I know there is going to be a lot of raw. There's going to be a lot of raw, uncut footage. Like, guys, this is a game that's placed in my heart. So if you want to come at me for not putting in my time, you have to understand it's a very good game. Now, graphics-wise, commentary-wise, for its time, for today's time, no. Depth-wise, for franchise, it had a Hall of Fame career mode. You could choose a Hall of Fame player, or I don't know, like a different Hall of Famer career, like a different one, like Sean Taylor or Devin Hester, and you could potentially create a Hall of Fame career out of that. Now, if you want me to do a defensive player, which I'm not so sure if I'm going to be able to do that, but if you want me to do that, let me know, and I could actually try and do one. Now, it will take a lot of work because I've never done a defensive player before. If you want me to do Night Train Lane, I could do Night Train Lane. If you want me to do Sean Taylor, I can do Sean Taylor. But I'm possibly going to stop at Madden 25. Franchise mode is so unlikely, because franchise mode is very identical to career mode. Because, like, you can create a franchise mode and a career mode. Because franchise mode and career mode are, like, together. They're not, like, separate entities. And also, another thing is, I cannot stress this enough. I'm a franchise guy. I'm not a MUT guy. I tried playing MUT before. It never works. It never worked in my book because I only played draft champions and that was it. The thing is with this team, okay? We are going to make it to the playoffs as the number 1 seed in the NFC. However, I will guarantee you this. If we're going to make it to the Super Bowl, all I want, not for like, but I want you guys to watch as our journey continues, as we throw picks, as we throw interceptions, as we take this grind to the next level against the New York Giants. Now, this team, and I will, like, watch the footage back. They were 9-6. Now, if the Cowboys made it, because at this point, they were 9-6. This video you're watching, they were 9-6. The Cowboys were also 9-6. So, if the Giants, if we're gonna beat the Giants, they would be out of the playoffs. Now, I don't know about the Cowboys because at this current moment, I wasn't currently paying attention to the Cowboys game because I was playing this game. But I felt like if the Cowboys lost as well, because they would be playing the Washington Redskins, they would also be out of contention. Now, if they won, they would be in the playoffs as a wild card team. No doubt in my mind. Now, here's the thing. This is where it gets interesting. You can be the best team, but if you're going up against the New York Giants with Eli Manning, it's gonna be a tough one. Now, we faced Tony Romo. It was a breeze. Randall Cunningham versus Tony Romo. That's a matchup you would never see in today's game. Like, we're literally rewriting history as we speak. And this is a team that I've always wanted to go back to. The Eagles, man. The Eagles. Randall Cunningham is an Eagles guy. He isn't a Vikings guy. If you look up Randall Cunningham, which I will, he is a god. Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham is part of the College Football Hall of Fame. But, as you see right there, we get a rushing touchdown. Randall Cunningham spent most of his career with the Philadelphia Eagles. Then he had 3 seasons in Minnesota, 1 in Dallas, and 1 in Baltimore. So, yeah, you expect sorry. Was just looking up Randall Cunningham. So, like, if you expect the unexpected for most players, you're gonna get it. Like, here you go, Randall Cunningham. I did not expect the records that, like, a 2,000-yard rushing season with Randall Cunningham. I did not expect that because out of the possibilities with Madden, I didn't expect that. But in Madden 22, if you saw my season with the Chicago Bears, the revamped Chicago Bears, dude, I almost caught a 2,000-yard rushing season with Liam Crow, but he was injured. He got like 1,500 at least. And I was just feeding him the ball. And by the way, that series is going to come back. I just need some ideas and stuff like that. And I need your guys' ideas for this series. I'm possibly gonna do at least 5 seasons at least. And then call it quits, or I might try. This is gonna be hard, but I might try 13. That will be enough to say, you know what? I'll be done with Madden. At least on Match 22, and then I can focus on other things. Now, for YouTube Academy, I will try to find a way to do like screen recordings. I just need to find a way of doing a screen recording. With the new computer I have, and I expect that most series will be revived. And if you do enjoy certain series, let me know. I'll absolutely tell you that I enjoy the series very much, very, very much. And Jason Pierre-Paul, who is not on the Giants anymore. He's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There you go, Avant. And then they're calling timeouts, but I'm still trying to run up the score. Reason why I want to run up the score is because that way they wouldn't have a chance, and then we stop the clock. Now, if I kick a field goal, that would be a 2-possession game. That would be an 11-point game. Like, 11-point difference. I give it to Deshaun Jackson. And now, like, I'm still gonna pass the ball. Rolling out. Randall Cunningham gets a rushing touchdown. Now, the Giants actually don't get one. So, 41 seconds on the clock. I'm actually gonna run a Hail Mary pass. Yeah, Hail Mary trips. I tried to throw it up and it didn't happen. So then I run like a I-form play, a screen pass, and I call yet another timeout. I'm like obsessed with running screen passes. I get sacked. I call yet another timeout. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call another screen pass. And by player, no. And then I try to give it to Deshaun Jackson. It's fourth down and goal, sorry. And it's I actually go for it. Yeah. You know it's like a Rahul video when you know something is gonna work, not gonna work. And then Owens picks it off. But you know what? It doesn't even matter because we won the game. We have officially went undefeated. And it's now time for the playoffs. So, thank you for watching the regular season. And yeah. Hello. We're going up against the Cowboys again. This is weird. Um, yeah, this is gonna be highlights. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Um, this is the divisional round of the playoffs, and the Cowboys made it as a wild card team. If you guys do like these videos, let me know down in the comment section below. After this, it will be a break. I might release Madden 21, well, not Madden 21, Madden 20. I might play some of the old school Maddens, so that way you guys understand, like, where I'm at with these Maddens. And where I sit with the games. Because Madden 17 was in my opinion, a huge step in terms of creating certain players. But in terms of being one of the best games, it's not. Because it went to the Frostbite engine. And yeah. As you see right here, we are up against the one and only Philadelphia Eagles. No, Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, and this is a team you might think as one of those playoff contender teams they are, but there hasn't been a repeating champion, and we made history in this game, in this alternate universe, and it's 10-10. We're gonna do a timeout. It's 10-10. Gonna make it 13-10. It's our ball. And you might be thinking to yourself, bro, do you like playing these games? I would be like, yeah. And I don't like getting sacked though. One thing I want to focus on next season for this game is trying to not play every single game, trying to make it realistic as possible. And with accelerated clock, it will actually work a lot in my favor, considering that I'm the one who's controlling the team and everything, and making sure that I am succeeding in every way, shape, and form on this team. You know, it's like you have to control your own destiny. You have to control everything into your own hands. You know, Randall Cunningham, for me, he's been a great quarterback for me. Now, if I were to choose a quarterback, Michael Vick is actually not on the Eagles, technically. He's technically on, I either want to say the Jets or the Eagles in this game. Because, yeah, like, during his prime, he was on the Falcons, but you know what he did with the dogs, and then he got locked up, and then he was with the Eagles for some years, and then he was with the Jets, and then he was with the Steelers, and then he retired, and then I threw a pick, Deshaun Lee. Like, most players you don't think of with most players. Like, Michael Vick, um, with the Steelers, or Randy Moss with the Oakland Raiders and Minnesota Vikings. You think of Randy Moss with his first stint with the Minnesota Vikings, and then with the New England Patriots. Now, if there can be a team that could go and go undefeated and win a Super Bowl, excuse me, that would have to be either the Tampa Bay Bucks, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, or the LA Rams. Now you have to consider some factors. One factor is that one of the best teams in the NFC West has gone down. And that's Russell Wilson going to the Denver Broncos. I'm talking about the playoffs for a reason, because in this universe, the Eagles are contending. We have a chance to go back to the NFC Championship and win. We have a chance of winning. Now, if I somehow mess that up, I mess that up. We get a touchdown, and they're going to review that, and that is upheld, thankfully. And they're going to try and score, and it's not going to work. So you know what that means? They are a contending team. We are a contending team in the NFC East. I don't know about the NFC North or South, but in the NFC West, in modern, we are, like, in this universe, in Madden 25, the Seahawks and the 49ers were rivals, for damn sure. They were contenders. But then the 49ers fell off, and the Seahawks fell off. And then you had the Rams do something here and there. You had the 49ers do something. The Cardinals make a 2015 NFC Championship run with Carson Palmer. Bro, if you had to have a team go to the Super Bowl and have it all, I would want the Arizona Cardinals to win, for sure. And Brown, we scored a touchdown with. We're absolutely leading. And actually, we're winning in our own home field. Now, if there was a team that I could choose to go play for, it would be the New England Patriots. If it was a different team, I would pick the Detroit Lions or the Cleveland Browns to see if they can win a game, win. And then here we go, LaShawn McCoy on the 4-yard line, and he is injured. this isn't good. So I make some changes. I make some audibles because that's what you can do as a quarterback. I rule out trying to do like crossbody shot not shot pass to Deshaun Jackson. And also I have 3 touchdowns and 4 picks, so that's why I want to try to get some touchdowns. I could even get a pass with him. Also, LaShawn McCoy has a torn shoulder. So you know what's going to happen. We're not going to have LaShawn McCoy in the NFC Championship or even the Super Bowl if we make it that far. Then Brown doesn't really go anywhere. We only get 2 yards and we have 410 yards. I actually decided to go for it. And we put 2 drag routes, 1 comeback route. So it didn't count, which was very suspecting of me. And with 1 minute 7 seconds on the clock, we're gonna win. Deshaun Jackson goes down the field from the 12-yard line. That was 88 yards. Touchdown. Yeah. Alright, we are in the NFC Championship 16-0 against the one and only Green Bay Packers. And we're using a different playbook as usual. If you notice my voice, it's a bit different recording day. But you're gonna see this on a day where I deem fit. Also, I do want to say that I privated the TikTok videos, but I will be uploading after I get them cleared up and everything. I do want to say thank you for the support. I just have to do some couple of things. And there we go. So, as you notice, it's 10-7, and we're doing touchdowns only. Sterling Shepard, or Robert Shepard, not Sterling Shepard, he's a giant. So, you might be thinking, is this going to be the final season? Now, I am willing to do as many seasons as possible to make sure that I can succeed in this game. Now, if I want to play a game that's deemed fit, okay. Now, sliders on All Pro and all of that stuff going up against Aaron Rodgers, I see no problem with continuing this series. Now, am I gonna do another episode like this? Probably, because look, I have school, I have a lot of things on my mind, I have to get better mentally, I have to deal with other problems, you know, just like a normal human being. And this video has been held off for a while because, yeah, exactly that. And I post Madden content. I do want to go back to my Chicago Bears franchise. And I think that's going to be the correct move for a little while. So after this episode, I will go back to my Chicago Bears franchise and see what I can do from there. Now, if you want me to do other player franchises, I can be I can be okay with it, like a Night Train Lane career mode or something like that. It's just, I would prefer it to do a Madden 22. And I could do a whole career mode, honestly, and I can basically create it. And to be honest with you, I can do it, and if I can do it, then you can do it. This series hasn't meant to me in a lot of ways in terms of other video games. Like, I'm just getting back to Brawl Stars, and I'm kind of thinking whether or not to bring it back just for nostalgia, like one episode, and I just play a bunch of games on my phone and do a lot of that stuff. And I gotta say, this series, this Madden 25 series, has brought me to like the nostalgia times of Madden, where it was good and not bad. And with me doing 1 hour videos like this, like Chicago or this, I realized that, you know, I do have a place in my heart for this game, and whether or not you like it or not, I'm gonna continue making these videos. And it's clear to me that making a certain type of video is okay for everybody. For example, Madden, I love Madden. Hockey, I love hockey. Baseball, I can work on baseball just like how I got into basketball videos. Like, the nostalgia which each game that I have is ever so increasing. Like, you can't tell me that Madden is one of those games that I would enjoy. I do enjoy it, even if it has a lot of bugs and everything. And as you see, we're down by 4 points now. And this is kind of like a Cookie Boy 17 style video where I just do everything in this series. And now with the NFL draft and the updated rosters, that could potentially happen. I will bring in my career mode to Madden 22. Now, the only thing is that I may release the first episode as a game because there's a backstory to it. If I do decide to release the backstory, I will cut it up into other episodes and make the first game as another one. Or I will put the first game as the first episode. Only because I just want to get the series right through. And also, I am going to tell you, my quarterback is from Nebraska in Madden 22. Because, and I hate to say this to most people, but I am going to say it. Quarterback, like, Nebraska was a dominant college football team back in the 1980s and 90s. And they don't get much love now. Now, if I were to start a college football revamp dynasty, I would do, hands down, I would do a career mode in Nebraska, hands down, and bring that over to a Madden game. The thing is, with this series, with the Madden 22 series specifically, I do want to say that it's going to be different from the Madden 20 version. And also, I have to state that in that Madden I recorded a whole new season, but I don't have the files. And also, there was some weird stuff that I saw. So, you know what? That series has come to a close unofficially by me. And, you know, I do want to continue some more series. I want to be able to create new things, like new games and stuff, like not new games, but new series. And if I can screen record and stuff like that, that would be great. I just want to be able to do fun stuff and bring my YouTube channel to new heights and be able to do new things. Now, I have said that I will do challenges and rebuilds. The issue with that is that I would have to, in my eyes, in my opinion, I really want to focus on one to maybe 3 series. That's why I kind of deactivated the TikTok one. I kind of decided to deactivate the TikTok one, and I deleted TikTok entirely. YouTube Academy, that kind of blew up on its own. NHL, I could actually go back at if I really wanted to, but not in the best interest right now. NBA, I only did 2 franchises, and Madden is where it took off. From Overdrive to its entirety to Madden the franchise. From Madden 19 to 20 to 22 now. It's getting there. And along with Madden 25, you know, I can handle it. So what I'm going to be doing is Madden 22, career mode and franchise. Madden 25, career mode. In this kind of style of a video. Full season, express league, that kind of thing. Now, what I will say, and this is what I'm going to say, I may be bringing back older series for nostalgia. So YouTube Academy or creators, I will bring that back. I just have to find a perfect course to... I personally have to find a perfect course to record on. And I need to make sure I am using, excuse me, Adobe Premiere and or Moavi, because those are the 2 best ones I've ever had in terms of recording stuff. And Adobe has been the best ever because it's helped me record videos than I would never expect. And we're actually we're tied 30-30, and we didn't really choke. It was a close battle. I'll actually comment how Brent Selleck, we called another timeout. So we're kind of in field goal range technically. And I decide, hey, I'll do a slant. Well, Sean McCoy is not in. And then we get out of bounds. And it defaults and we kick a field goal. So, thank you all so much for watching this, and we'll see you later. Yeah. Alright, we are here for the Super Bowl against the Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning versus Randall Cunningham Super Bowl. So this is our first Super Bowl appearance. For the Eagles, this would be the first Super Bowl appearance since like 2004. And also, I do have, guys, something to tell you. I do have NBA 2K21, the disc I found. Now, here's the thing. If you guys want to see a Boston Celtics, or, I'm going to make this very interesting, a Sacramento Kings franchise mode of my league franchise, please let me know in the comment section below, and I can make that happen very easily because I am thinking about doing a franchise. And as you can see, Randall Cunningham goes in for the touchdown with the power option, by the way. So obviously we're going down the field like no one's business. This is the Super Bowl, by the way, and I think this is Arizona Stadium. So this is interesting because we could have went to MetLife instead of the Seahawks. However, instead, we are going to face the Broncos in the Super Bowl against Peyton Manning. Really, I don't think anybody would expect Randall Cunningham against Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning is one of the greatest quarterbacks. He's a generational type quarterback. Tom Brady is, it's like, it's a rarity. He went in the 6th round as a compensatory pick, actually. He was like, if you look at that class, if he were to be a Hall of Famer, he will obviously be a Hall of Famer, but if he were to retire, he would be like inducted immediately into the Hall of Fame. Now you might be thinking to yourself, who is the best quarterback of all time? Tom Brady. Then you would go Peyton Manning, or no, you would go Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning. So now it's 14-10. Boom. We give it to an unknown wide receiver. So yeah. Now down the field, I give it to Simpson 21-17. We kick a field goal. Now it's 21-20. Now we kick yet another field goal, 23-23. So it's kind of an interesting drive. We're going up against one of the best defenses. And then I just threw a laser to an unknown wide receiver. I say unknown because I don't know him. Now it's 30-30. I'm doing a slant to Deshaun Jackson. And I get another touchdown. Hey, it is what it is. And then we got a pick 6. So we have good field position, and boom, our fullback Casey gets the touchdown, and they score. But it's 37-51, and we kick a field goal. So you guys, this is gonna get very interesting. And our kicker has been phenomenal. Our kicker has been phenomenal. So you know what this means. For the first time in Eagles history, Philadelphia Eagles, might I add, we have won the Super Bowl. That is right. Andy Reid, or Chip Kelly, might I add, has won the Super Bowl and is happy to be a Philadelphia uh, Philly coach, because this organization, I'll say, has been very interesting ever since I took over. We went to the NFC Championship. We then went to the Super Bowl and won it, as we would. So now, I just want to know if we could go back to back. And I am going to do a season 3. So that's good news for you guys, because you're going to get another hour long, fresh amount of content for you guys. And might I add, it is good content. And Emmitt Smith, this is actually a thing they removed from Madden, but they actually had some guy bring the Super Bowl trophy, and they actually, yeah, they brought it. And um they do the usual hugging between the players, and they gave it to the Super Bowl MVP, the owner as well, and the head coach, and a player. And Patrick Chung is Super Bowl MVP, which is very insane because Patrick Chung is, I didn't expect him. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book as well as for me. I will see y'all in season 3. Yeah. And peace.